Good evening, friends. It's Shannon. I just wanted to talk about projects, give project updates, and talk about what I've been working on. So last night I charted out, I thought that it would be fun to have a little American flag bag charm. And so I charted out from a cross stitch book I didn't even chart it. I just followed the chart and needle pointed this little flag last night. I put 2 extra rows around the outside, and then my intention is to finish it like I did that lemon, just a little, just like a tiny ornament with 2 cookies, cardboard cookies. But I had this fabric in my stash, and so I thought that would be really cute on the back of it. So that's what I finished last night. And I'll show you the book. Hold on. So I picked this book up at Savers. It still has the 99-cent sticker on it. And it is cross-stitch patterns, but they're just charted out. And at the time, I thought, well, maybe there will be enough in here that I can use it for different, needlepoint. And so here's the little flag that I used. And so I just followed this chart and needle pointed it on a scrap that I had left over from that little lemon canvas. So it's where I just cut it off. And so I just used that. So it's 13 mesh. I just counted out, obviously the stitch count, and did the math to figure out how big it would be, just to make sure that I had enough room on that little scrap of canvas, and just also to get an idea of how big it would be for a bag charm. So I think it's pretty cute, and I'm excited to finish that. But along those lines, I have picked up some books at thrift stores when I find them. So this one is Alphabets and Borders, and again, this is specifically charted for, I believe, needlepoint. I mean, the examples that are on the front are all needlepoint and the back. And so when I pick up these, when I find these, charted books, I just pick them up because you just never know when that might be helpful. So that's that one that I have found helpful. And this one I got at a thrift store as well. And it is a treasury of charted designs. And this one is a Dover book. And they have a bunch of birds in it, and some, I don't remember if this one has fruits, and it might, oh yeah. I haven't done the size comparison to see how big this would be, but it does have like a mushroom, so that one might be cute to put as a bag charm for the fall, maybe, depending again on how big it is. But it's also got, I'm pretty sure it does have some fruits in here. It definitely has some little birds, and I'm a bird person, so that might actually be really, really fun. And I feel like, there are some fruits on this one, but again, I haven't done the math to see how big or how small they would be. So that's just a recommendation. If you find these kinds of books or pamphlets in thrift stores, it might be worth investing in them. So that's what I worked on last night, and I'll work on finishing that. Then today, you've seen this before. This is a Lynette canvas that I got at Beacon Bookstore in Boston last fall, and I finished it a few weeks ago, but I finally made it to the fabric store. So I went to Hobby Lobby, and I found this little gray and white ticking that I'll use to make a I think I'm probably going to do a pillow for that one. I just thought that would be cute somewhere. And so that's that plan. I also picked up a bunch of DMC while I was at Hobby Lobby for various cording. So the red, white, and blue would obviously, these are the colors that I used in that little flag. And so I'll use these for the cording for this. And then I just tried to pick out a color that was close to this, because this was, I think it was Essentials. I'm not sure. It was a merino and silk blend. It came in a kit. This was a kit, but I thought this was pretty close. And so I'll use this for the cording, if I use cording even. Now that I think about it, I might not even use cording for a pillow. So I picked that up at Hobby Lobby while I was there. And then this afternoon, I was going through my cabinets and my mess of craft room, trying to straighten up a little bit. And I found some bias fabric that I had cut at some point. And so I went ahead, oh, so sorry. I went ahead and just pressed that to make some bias binding. It is not great, but I do use that to go around canvases if they're not finished by the store where I buy them. So I went ahead and just pressed that so that I've got that at the ready and ready to go. Oh, and one other thing, stand by. All right, the other thing I did was I found this. This is actually a vintage needlepoint kit that I bought on eBay, and it says Season's Greetings. Oh, that's upside down and backwards. Ooh, that's tricky. So what I did was I just got this organized. I am not really all that excited to start on something that's Christmassy, but at the same time, it's a huge piece. And so the better, the earlier I get started, the better. And I do like having something that's big count that I can just take on car trips and stuff. So there she is in all of her glory. It's gigantic. But I think it's going to be so fun. It does have decorative stitches that you're supposed to do for the various letters. And so that's what it will look like when it's all done. Isn't that just adorable? And so I did get that at least organized so that I can theoretically pick it up and start working on it. So I had found some of these Ziploc, they're like air valve bags at an estate sale. So I just picked those up because you can't have too many Ziplocs, I don't think. So I just divided up the yarn in that to get that organized. So I just threw it in this big Lysette bag that came with that reader's kit. Okay, I think that's it. That's what I'm going to be working on tonight, is finishing up those couple of things and doing some stitching, watching some TV, and getting ready to go back to work tomorrow. So I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend and had great fun shopping or doing something creative. So thanks for coming along. Have a great night.